Revolution.
Bookmarklets on standby.
Log online, fan page loaded and ready.
Player stats, loaded. Health check, go.
Weapons check. Eyes check, complete.
We have launched for the Informant podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Informant podcast. I'm Pistol Pete from Stockholm. Tonight I have with me Jenna, Mig Death by Gucci, and Jennifer, the Mafia Wars Loot Lady. What's happening, ladies?
Same old stuff.
Same old stuff. Anybody?
The Ass family just upgraded their property to level 10.
Well, lucky ass.
It's exciting.
Hard
Yeah.
workers.
So now people can rob us and we don't care, we'll just steal.
What are they going to do with that? Is there going to be other levels or anything?
Yeah, well, there's another property coming out called the Bunker, and that will offer a bonus of defense. The images are in the server, so I was expecting it to happen this week, but
Yeah, well, they've still got time.
yeah, but hopefully they wait because I don't know what they'll do when the new one comes out. Are they going to keep the artillery shells on the free gift page or not?
Mm-hmm. So this goes up to 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're at 8, so we're getting there eventually.
Yeah, well, it really helps that you can get 20 from the news feeds now.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It shouldn't take people very long.
Yep. Stream scanner will catch all those.
Yep. Well, and if you have a responsive Mafia, you don't even need to use the stream scanner because if you just ask for the parts,
You'll get them.
Yeah.
20. Yeah.
Yeah. Very
That
true.
helps. It does help.
Oh, it helps tremendously. It doubles the rate of which you can upgrade it.
Nice. Nice. So what's going on this week? Anything new, Pete?
Well, last show I talked about whether or not we'd actually have a poker script come out, and I did end up writing one called the Heinzenator.
Heinzenator.
And then I, of course, didn't have any idea. I'm not a big poker player, so I had no idea what Heinz was other than the ketchup company. So I had to ask, and he said to ask Jen, so we're going to let Jen explain who Heinz is.
Tell us. I don't know. I thought it was ketchup.
Well, P.S. Heinz is a German poker player, and Ike's from Germany, but he won the World Series of Poker last year.
Yep.
It's held in Las Vegas, and he's really young. He's like 23, I think.
Wow.
And he won $8.7 million. And the beauty of him being from Germany is he didn't have to pay taxes on that prize pool.
Holy mackerel.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That works.
So, yeah, so it was called the Heinzenator. Now, granted, the poker game's going away. We don't know whether or not it'll be back again, in another season. We'll wait.
We think it
see.
will.
Yeah, we speculate,
so.
but
And if they wrote the code, I mean, after they fix the bugs, they might as well have it again, but they really need to do something about the
Gifting.
cards and the
Yeah.
gifts.
Because I have feed, and then I can't figure out what all to collect, and I'm missing out on the mystery bags because of it.
Yeah, a lot of people are. And it really makes no sense if you're going to have an event where we have to collect that many gifts, and you can't ignore the other stuff, so then you wouldn't be able to finish it if you didn't collect your 200 and some gifts every day. And that made the event not fun.
yeah.
Because it kind of sucks to be like not able to accept gifts by like 12:30 when you reset at midnight.
Well, and what's even worse about that is that if you accept them at midnight because you happen to be up and you want to do something, it screws up your daily progression because your daily progression isn't on the same timer.
Oh, that's right. For some people.
Yeah.
Like for me, it is. So
Because you're Pacific Standard Time, but
I never thought of that.
yeah,
So I guess that would
screws me up all the time because like for me, midnight and 2 a.m. is when my progression resets, and I'm often up at 12 o'clock at night, and I'll go run my numbers.
Up at 3 at night.
Well, that's true too, but I've got to sit on however many gifts I've got sitting in my ZMC that I can't do anything with because if I use them too early, then I got to find other ways to make up my progression stuff.
Well, the easiest way for progression is to run your loose slots bookmarklet.
No, I know that works well.
Wait.
True, but I can do it with my gifts too when I'm collecting them.
Yeah.
Then I don't have to do a double. Have to go.
But if you don't want to wait,
Yeah.
that would just be an alternative.
Good point.
But not as efficient as if you did wait.
Right. Property Manager got some updates, obviously to include the newest property that's now kind of an older property, but Ike's had that in there for a little while. It's also been cleaned up a little in the interface, a little bit easier to navigate and such. Trying to think what else. Toolbar had been updated with some kind of back-end code stuff to try to deal with some of the scroll bar issues and some of the layout issues when you're on a framed Mafia Wars page and you open up your Spotlets menu, and if you've got a lot of Spotlets in it and or you do it in the config, it was not displaying properly. You get to a spot where you couldn't actually see the bookmarklets themselves. So we think we've got that resolved.
That scroll bar is nice too.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out why sometimes I would have it and sometimes I wouldn't. And now I guess everybody has it.
Right.
But it would show up every now and then, and it confused me because it was so beautiful.
It was so beautiful.
It was. I loved it. And then I'm like, where'd it go?
That's probably about it. And I know there's a lot of other stuff that's going on in the game. If there's anything else that comes to mind, I'll interject where appropriate.
I just see drama everywhere, so. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's rampant.
I know. It's crazy right now.
Well, and I bet it's because of the number of players that have quitted. Now that there's a smaller player base, people are fighting more.
We all know each other now. The gloves are off.
Yeah.
The drama is thick. So, anything else there, Pete? Is that it?
Yeah, I think that's it. We've had a few rants come in on the rant line.
Oh yeah, anything good?
Yeah, a couple of them. I will go ahead and play them and let everybody else get a feel for what other people are having problems with.
Okay, so for the last few days, the Loot Lady's website or blog has been kind of dismal. But have you looked at tonight's blogs? Holy crap! Jen and her crew are working overtime. So my shout out goes out to Jen, because no matter how much we hate this game right now and how frustrated we get with it, as well as Jen getting frustrated with it, this gal is working overtime. Jen deserves a huge kudos for actually getting out of bed early and working on her blog. You guys have a great night. Love the blog. Love the show. It's time for me to go bye-bye. Hey, it's Frank.
911, what is your emergency? My friend fell out of his tree stand, and I think he's dead. Calm down, sir. First, we need to make sure he is dead. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, now what?
Hey, this is Ann, a.k.a. Amelia from MIG, and it's not a tip, it's a mega rant. Consider this a shout. Zynga has got to stop making the game such a chore. F for this, F for that. We've turned into a bunch of beggars, always having our hands out for stuff. People are quitting left and right. If Zynga cared about the players, they would open a secret district or two with low energy costs so that we could all get a sense of accomplishment and completion and make us keep playing. And maybe we might even spend some money on reward points. As things are right now, people are leaving left and right. And if it weren't for the family that I'm in, Mig, I'd probably be gone too. Take care.
The other was Eddie Hunter had some questions and sort of a rant about the family battles. There's two ways to do battle with another family after an invite is accepted, the 1 hour and the 4 hour. What bugs me the most is to say you accept someone's invite for a battle, 2-minute timer comes into play once the battle begins. Not one member of the other family raises a finger, just sits there and does absolutely nothing. You cannot attack them. They're already dead. It's really annoying having to sit through an hour battle, and the only thing you could do is just kind of sit there and count your score. I have to agree with that. There's cases, which is why I thought, like, if you beat down their safe house a number of times, it should be done, because you do have those cases where you go against family that's asleep, and they're not healing, they're not doing anything, and you're in a battle, and what happens if you pick the 4 hour one? So I don't know if they'll get around to ever making that better or anything else. His recommendation was change the family battle timers to a 30-minute and a 15-minute, plus add a 5-minute winner by default for no participation from the other family. So, I mean...
Well, like we've always said, we think there should be a white flag of some sort.
Right.
Yeah, so you can move on.
Some sort of forfeit if something's not happening, but I think 15 minutes is probably a little too short.
Well, that would definitely be a blitz.
Yeah,
I mean, you'd have to get a lot of ices in really fast in 15 minutes to win. It would be an exciting 15 minutes. If the game can keep up with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
If the game can keep up with you. But the other that goes along with this, and it's not part of his rant, but it's something else that a long time ago I had mentioned, that there was an issue where people could actually never participate in the battle in the sense of join the battle, and they could fight outside the battle and actually help their family score points. And I was told by Zynga that that's not possible, and I gotta tell you, it is possible, and so you need to check your code. Because there are definitely cases now of people that are not in battles, and I can check my log history of people that are attacking, and they're not in the battle, they're on the other actual family. So I mean, it's not like a person they've asked, called in reserves and asked for help from another family. They're in the family, they just never joined the battle because they're not one of the admins, and they get credit for ICEs and stuff like that, and our family is getting beat by people that they shouldn't get beat by because those people aren't participating in the battle module, which means that they're either creating their own fight lists, spreadsheets, or otherwise to, take on those battles. So
that's not cool.
Yeah, that needs to be addressed because, a lot of us fight directly from the family battle module.
I do.
Yeah. Or you start there and then you create a rivals list that you're going to fight off of afterwards, which is fine too.
Full.
Yeah.
No room for family battles.
But
I need the family battle, and I like to be able to go through there and hit from there. So I really hate hearing that, especially since it was addressed and denied. So
yeah, and I was told specifically that it's not an issue, but I can definitely tell you with some testing and confirmation that it is still a problem. So there's something that's, something that's allowing that to happen. I'm not sure what it is, and I think and I speculate that, the system knows who's in the family, and it's not looking to say who's actually active in the battle. So, that's something that needs to be addressed at some point.
They should just have everyone, if they're going to give everybody a loot item after each battle, then everyone should just be auto-joined.
Everybody's a target.
Well, it was that way to begin with, and then they changed it. And I don't remember what the rationale, of course, they don't usually provide us with enough information to tell us what the rationale was on why that changed. I guess I do, and I remember Chester making some comment that there's cases of people that are not actually online, and they didn't want those people to have to be in the battle.
Well, if they're not online,
they're going to be iced anyways.
Yeah, they're unless they're running something to auto heal themselves, they should be iced once, and that would be that, and they'd be dead the rest of the war.
Right.
Yeah.
And besides that point,
they're getting the loot anyways, so why not have them in there?
Yeah, I agree with that, and that may have to be the change again, is to put everybody back in the battle again, and not let it be an opt-in that you have to click on the battle module to actually get in the battle and participate.
Yeah, it's just
in order
part
to
of
be
being
counted.
a family. You take the blows. You're a family.
Well,
it's
not like it's gonna hurt. Well, it may hurt.
But it should only hurt once unless you're auto healing.
Yeah, true.
So,
and if you're auto healing, you deserve to be.
Exactly. Then you're my number one target, and I will sit on you. And I will watch my score climb.
Especially if I can knock you down in about 3 shots, then I'm going to be sitting here on the whole time.
And if you're auto-healing, I can't take down your house. So then I'm going to have to sit on you.
Yeah.
No, Pete takes forever to take down.
Really?
When we had a battle with the Spots, it was funny.
Hell.
Nobody could beat.
What's that?
You've got a mass amount of health, and then you re-heal.
I do. And I don't take it. We were fighting a battle tonight. Like their percentages of health were like in the thousands, which means that they've had to have had at least 50 to 60K in health, probably at minimum. And then on top of that, they probably used the Chicago distillery to boost their health even more. I mean, it was outrageous. I mean, there
And
was no
double
way.
your health.
And they probably
that you
did a
provide.
boost on top of it.